This is the Sports Chill YouTube show and the Sports Chill podcast. I am here with my co-host Kevin Major, and I got
What
a
is
couple.
this? What is this?
We got
what are we doing?
We got a new format. We got somebody coming in each week with us. Today we brought in an absolute legend. His name is Icey. Icey's going to be popping on.
Thanks for having me, Coach. Appreciate
Of course.
So I say,
Little
we
Gucci.
like him. We like him.
We love him. We love him. And then we have the captain, the kid. How you doing? How you been? Charlie Conway. How we doing, man?
Pleasure to be here. I'm excited.
So Charlie's going to be helping us with producing going forward. Icey's going to be really in the mix. We're going to be coming out with a show. We'll announce that. It's going to be called Fire and Ice. Cannot wait for it. We're going to have some Loyola vibes over there. Hopefully we get Jimmy Passos on sometime soon.
Definitely going to get him, yeah.
And, we're going to be introducing a few new shows. And sky's the limit, honestly, for this team right now. I've never been prouder of a group of like 25 to 30 people right now. And, yeah,
I'm feeling comfortable with this 4-box, man.
Yeah, right.
These a solid 4, you know.
Yeah,
this is a 4 you kind of want to break quarantine for. Honestly.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's get into. We're just gonna do 3 topics today. Very simple stuff.
Quick 3 and out.
3 and out. The first topic, obviously, The Last Dance was on again tonight, and I mean this thing is like the savior of sports right now. Michael Jordan saved the 90s in sports, and now he's saving 2020 with this documentary. I'll throw it to Kev first. What were your first thoughts about this?
Man, is there a quicker 2 hours on a Sunday or any day?
Yeah.
It's crazy what Mike is doing right now. Obviously, first thoughts on this is we see Kobe. We see Kobe when the doc opens up with these latest episodes, and it's crazy kind of to see both of them on screen together and to see that love that they have for each other more of kind of what Mike was talking about at the funeral, more of a big brother little brother situation as opposed to a rivalry. And it's just dope to see Kobe on screen and also crushing because you know what that we lost him, but it's just so crazy to see him kind of reaffirm what Mike said at his funeral. It's like eerie, and it was a hell of a way to kick off. You know, every week these guys have kind of like you're saying, they're saving a little bit of what's left of sports or the little bit we got holding on. These tales and these stories are just mind blowing, man. They've been right on time, and you kind of want more. I know a couple people have been binge watching and maybe have seen ahead, but shame on you guys that have been doing that because you can't get talks like this and that real authentic moment when everybody's watching together. So it's just been dope. I know everybody. Me and Icey were just talking about it right before. The Knicks stuff was dope in there. I'll let him talk a little bit about that, but it's just my thoughts are, where they always are. I don't care what it is at this point, but I don't really care, and they're knocking out the park. So it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, like we come back from our hiatus, and the first thing that's on is Kobe again. We started the podcast talking Kobe. We come back talking Kobe. 19-year-old Kobe at the All-Star game with MJ, saying,
Yep.
MJ, how do you do this? And that's how you know what greatness is. You learn from the best.
Yep.
You know
and Mike giving them that sound bite, see you down the road. That's crazy. I know they was teasing that for a little bit, but that was just crazy to see how the whole game arced, and then for Mike to kind of give him that last little pat, telling
Absolutely.
them, I'm gonna see you down the road, and like I said, on the pods, we gonna talk about Kobe forever. Like we always gonna find a way to work Kobe in, whether it be seeing him on the doc or just, I know you guys have heard that little news of his doc coming out with the little exclusive footage that he had for his last season. So we gonna be on Kobe forever. You know what I mean? So it just was dope to see Gianna Icey and the other girls get drafted in WNBA. So just the hiatus has been a little strong, but things are happening and we're all on top of it. And we love you, Kobe. And that was really dope to see the documentary open like that.
All right, now let's talk Dream Team. Let's just get right into it. Icey, I mean, you see Magic Johnson, you see Larry Bird, you see Patrick Chewing, just chilling. the practice that they had with each other. I don't know. Just give me some general thoughts on whatever you really want to on this doc right now.
Yeah, it's infamous. It'll go down in history forever as the greatest team that's ever been assembled. I thought, the Isaiah stuff is still pretty wild. It makes you think, did Jordan actually ask him not to be on the team? Some inside sources that I have said that that's obviously the case, that he did ask, Isaiah. And even people were saying, the two best point guards were Magic and Isaiah, and then John Stockton ended up being on the team. And, if they really wanted Isaiah there would be ways around it. They could have, Christian Laettner wasn't even in the NBA yet. So, obviously you play for certain positions, but they knew they were going to win it all. Yeah. Something that I loved that the theme kind of started in the doc, in the Dream Team, was MJ creating these narratives of whoever somebody thought was good, he was going right at them. He wanted the best. So when he heard Kukoc, obviously he didn't like what Krause had to say. So when he heard that he was going against Kukoc, it was lockdown time. Him and Scotty were in him the entire game. Then they talk about that a little more with Dan Marley. But, I mean, it was just dominance. And
it's crazy.
I like what they said about the whole Reebok thing. Jordan was about his money, and even at the end of the documentary, he said, I wouldn't want to be a role model. Jordan, not saying it's like necessarily a selfish thing, but Jordan was about what he wanted to do. And so, he wanted his money. He said the whole thing about Republicans buy sneakers also. He covered up the Reebok logo with the flag. He was about his brand, not necessarily being a role model, but about his money,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that move. I had that down in my notes too. Like, I respect his loyalty to the brand, to the people who got him there, to the people who paid him when the other guys didn't want to, with Converse and Magic.
Adidas.
And then I have a quick question for Chuck real quick. How old were you in 1992?
I was not born yet.
That's my guy right there.
That's wow.
That the kid is the kid. That's why he is. And thoughts on MJ versus LeBron, Charlie, real quick.
I don't think they deserve to be compared. I think they're two greats. But if I had to pick, I'm Jordan all the way.
Okay, love to hear it.
That's wild. That is wild that Charlie boy, who wasn't born, could separate himself from his the millennials, if you want to, if so to speak, and give it up to the GOAT. And I love that this doc is kind of showing people, even because even LeBron will probably admit in his deepest, moments that nobody can mess with Jordan. So it's crazy. Like, Jordan was walking around like Thanos in the 90s. Like, everybody that was just around him, either he had their jersey in his like a voodoo doll somewhere. He owned everybody. Clyde Drexler was on that Dream Team, owned him. He would own Charles Barkley that next season. Already put Patrick Ewing through pain in college, and Larry Bird and Magic. It was crazy how they showed. If you didn't know, like, if you was kind of in that realm where you wasn't really born yet, because I know I was a young boy watching Mike go through that arc. But if you wasn't born yet, this documentary is just a smack in the face on. He just did everything. Like, it just, and then LeBron, to his credit, has done a hell of a job, and even Kobe too, but done a hell of a job with all the accolades and stuff. But to hold all of that stuff at one point and to do it first is something to be said about that.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna talk about one thing that I really want to talk about. Then the two of you guys will do one more thing about the doc, and we'll keep it moving. I just wanted to talk about the practice, the Magic and Barkley versus MJ practice. And another thing, he didn't come after Michael Jordan. He came after Air Jordan. And when you come after Air Jordan, Air Jordan makes you pay every single time. You don't come after the brand, and that's exactly what he did. So I just wanted to say that. Iceman, what's your last take on it?
One last thing that I thought was really telling was what he saw in Kobe. You know, Jordan was the ultimate competitor, like I mentioned before, with, you know, Marley, Kukoc. He was going out to kill everyone. So the fact that he had the respect for Kobe, even at such a young age, to, you know, let him know that he's willing to help him with his game and whatnot, and that he would see him in the future. I thought that was really, really telling.
Too good.
Impressive.
Too good.
And, you know, it goes back to the funeral and whatnot, that he was his big brother. But right away, like, he doesn't know that this footage is going to be aired X many years later. And he was just talking from the heart, and he was willing to help him because I think he saw a lot of himself in him.
Yeah, that was dope, man. And that was just so cool how they moshed that up and you know, and even got Kobe that poignant interview when he kind of dispelled, like I said, you know, it was Kobe had put the pause on people that said, you know, you would beat Jordan. You know, he would pause it right then and there and say, nah, give that man his respect. I wouldn't even know how to, you know, start that matchup, basically. You know what I mean? It's just an unfathomable matchup. And
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we would have loved to seen it, but
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Michael Jordan, when he had the ball and when he wanted to score and when he wanted to stop someone, he just did it.
For sure.
Let's transition. This podcast / YouTube show is brought to you by thesportschill.com. Go get your pink tees, your gray joggers. Honestly, I've worn them 5 days straight.
A lot of fun gear on there.
What are pants? What are pants?
Yeah, pants don't matter anymore. I think
Get
we might be
joggers.
going. I think I might be going. I think we're going to be putting up some shorts soon. I'm going to be rocking some size smalls. Magic Johnson like.
Shorts are back.
Shorts are very back. And shout out to the captain, honestly, who's been really just grinding harder, and Icey as well. And I mean, like, we can sit here and we can say whatever we want about the team, but there are a few people out there right now that are really grinding through this. And like, it just really shows when push comes to shove. And when we go back out there, who was really riding when we were in quarantine. So special shout out to a bunch of people on the team. Never stronger than ever. Go meet the team. thesportshow.com. Okay.
Yeah, all that stuff is up on the site. Shout out. That's Charlie that did the site, right? And all that.
Justin. Shout out to DeVito.
Justin, yeah, all right. So shout out Justin on that because, you know, if you know, he's making it look official, and then obviously, you know, these two dudes right here in the 4 box, man, just bringing that heat, whether it be content. Charlie bringing that, you know, that extra hustle, that student-like hustle right now, student in the game. Yeah, absolutely. You know, pun intended on that. And, you know, Icey is just doing it as smooth as could be, man, moving like a silver surfer on the net, man. We loving that, man. I'm loving it from afar. And obviously when we get out of quarantine, when we link up, you know, it's gonna be something serious. So
it's gonna be really electric.
Y'all be prepared for that.
Very, very, very electric. All right. And okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about basketball right now. There's talks that the NBA season will come back in, you know, October, November, whatever, like September. Who knows? Right now, will they finish the NBA season?
To me, I think it was looking a little grim, but then again, going back to whoever the GOAT is at that time, when I seen LeBron come out with his a couple of those quotes saying that, you know, he would want to resume, and nobody that he's talking to is talking like that in the realm of cancellation and all of that. I think there might be a little hope, and then I guess we're seeing over this next week a couple of, you know, the facilities opening. So I think we'll know. I'm thinking there's definitely gonna be, you know, they're gonna stop the regular season cold, go right into the playoffs after a little training camp. So we might see like a June playoff seed bracketing, whether it be in Orlando and one site at the Wildwater Sports, something like that, which would be like just this souped up AAU type of challenge for NBA championship, which would be crazy because everybody knows, you know, AAU is out there in Orlando. So, I mean, there's places that could hold this. I'm hopeful after I hear LeBron speak like that. And I just kind of I would want to see, you know, a race to a championship, and we all know it would be a little, just like other times when there's been shortened seasons. I know Miami benefited from one in San Antonio. Icey, that our Knicks took it on the chin for that shortened season, and if they would have won it, what would we have said? Icey, that would have been a championship, right? Like that would have been a championship. So I mean, this is gonna look a little different. I think a little different, but I think we will look at it as a champion because it's gonna be hard for basketball, and and everybody knows the world's gonna be watching, so it's gonna be a highly competitive if they do get it done, and I'm hopeful that it'll happen. So I guess over the next couple of weeks, when we see these facilities start opening up and we start getting a little normalization, then I think that'll be the tell.
I think we're definitely going to see a playoffs. The two most important people in this are Adam Silver, who's the best commissioner in sports right now, very very bright guy. I stand by that best commissioner. And then as Kevin mentioned, LeBron. LeBron, there's X many years left for him. He doesn't have a million years left in the league. He knows how important this is. The NBA is so good about playing to their stars because they realize they're the most marketable people. You see their faces. There's 10 guys on the court. They want to cash in on all the money they can, all the storylines right now. If the Lakers were to win the championship this year, the amount of money and, revenue that comes out of that is unbelievable. It's, just enhances LeBron's legacy. So I think that, they're pulling themselves together. They cater to the stars. We're going to see a season.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I would just say LeBron. I want to drink wine and watch LeBron win in the Lakers uniform for Kobe. I want to see it. I need to see it. I just need to see it. I really do.
Something.
No, it's not. Well, no, it's not even something. We need to see that story finish.
Word.
I need to see it finish. I don't care if the 2021 season happens starting next June. This season right here has to finish because malarkey if it doesn't. Just crazy.
Yeah. And absolutely. I think just a little bit with like forecasting with that too, Dazzle, I think it could be a little blessing in disguise because we've been clamoring a little bit to shorten that regular season for the NBA. So I think this could be with it coming back probably the new year during Christmas, something like that. That could be kind of what they do with the NBA from now on. Kind of just start it up around Christmas, Thanksgiving, something like that. So it'd be a little extended.
Play 60 games. Just play 60 games.
Yeah, we say that, but we're not billionaires that want.
I know,
Icey knows a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
that extra 22 games. That's a grip.
Listen, I get it. I'm just saying for the foreseeable future, things need to be tweaked, and the game. I mean, let's just go right to it because.
I know you want the segue. I know you want the segue on shortened seasons and.
Sure, I mean,
because the summer's coming.
I mean, I heard best commissioner in sports.
Oh, you beg to differ.
Oh, no, because there will be a riot soon if baseball – okay, so when is baseball coming back is the third question. And I'm going to turn it over to myself right here because I woke up today, I had my coffee, went for a little walk, and I was just smelling the air. And I'm smelling July 4th. I'm smelling hot dogs. I'm smelling sports chill drip. I just smell it. I feel it. And if Bob doesn't do it, July 4th, he is no longer the best commissioner in sports.
Oh, man.
And there might be a riot. There might be a riot. There could be I will be furious at him, and we will have another viral thing, and I will completely lose ties with somebody that I've built a great relationship with, but he needs to get it done. I don't care if they play on Mars, they play on Neptune, they play in Arizona, they can play in Florida, they can play in Texas, but if it's not by July 4th, if it's not by July 4th, I'm going to have to talk to him in the other room because they have a very good relationship. But you know what trumps all? Me going insane if there's not baseball on July 4th.
Yeah, I mean, you already threatened to chain yourself to offices a while back about the Astros. We know you are on the brink, and I know this is like, you've been trying to segue to baseball for two topics now. So I do know that this means a bunch to you, and you kind of answered the question. I was going to throw it back at you, like, what if you don't get a shot to go to Yankee Stadium this year? You know what I mean? Like
Dude,
you just want to see baseball. You just want to see baseball.
You know what? I'm just honestly so blessed and so proud that like we came together as a team during quarantine, and we are the quarantine. And honestly, like we built a lot in the last 52 days. And honestly, it may be my thing, but I don't ever want it to only be about me. And if it takes us to go to be editing, because they're playing in Arizona and we have all hands on deck doing all that stuff, and I'm just sitting in my room like dressed as Jim Carrey, pulling out my hair, I'll do it. I don't care, because Charlie knows. Charlie, what do we say?
The team.
The team.
I mean, it could be electric. I know I talked to just to let you guys know, talked to Randazzo offline with this, and it could be crazy. Like maybe taking a couple road trips out to wherever the sites are for baseball, and just getting it. We got to go. I mean, there's no excuses. If,
we're in talks with a couple bus companies right now.
For sure. For sure. We're gonna get a Peter Pan out there. We're gonna get a Peter Pan out there.
I was thinking a Greyhound. Greyhound, but
whoever wants to sponsor us.
Yeah, whoever wants to sponsor us.
Can you imagine a Met Yankee game like in Florida somewhere? You know what I mean? That'd be fire.
I don't even care. I'll drive with the team anywhere. We could go to Kentucky and like eat.
Coach, are you driving the bus? I'm picturing his bus.
No, I think maybe we'll get
Shaddy.
We'll
get Shaddy.
Shaddy can drive. Shaddy can definitely drive.
Honestly,
he's equipped. He's equipped to do so.
Whoever drives that bus should just be honored, because that thing is going to be electric.
Shaddy can be electric. I know
it's going to be electric.
Yeah, he has a truck license, and honestly, like if anybody has a problem with us, then they're the first person they have to see is Shaddy. So that's pretty strong.
That's who you want driving the boat.
Exactly.
For
precisely.
Sure.
All right. I think that was great. I had a great time tonight.
We didn't get
okay, go ahead.
Icey's opinion, Icey and Charlie boys' opinion on baseball. What are you guys feeling about?
What are you guys feeling?
I think it's feeling about that return date.
I think it's coming back. Like I mentioned, I hate to be the guy that's about this, but at the end of the day, this is about money for them, and
can we get it at Yankee Stadium? You think there's any chance?
I don't think we will be attending a game at Yankee Stadium. There's nothing more.
But do you think that they could send me there?
The designated fan?
Dude, even all these websites and all these people hitting me up are like we have to send Randazzo. Like he's the loudest. Like, listen, am I the best Yankee fan in the world? Who's to say? But am I the loudest?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely. At what point do we start getting tired of well, I guess they will commit if they commit to going to designated areas, but at what point do people are just like, all right, like I'll go to the stadium, like we could only let in
now
10,000 people or something like that. Does that ticket get way hotter? Like I don't care. I can't even.
I think it does.
We cut off Icey. So finish your thought. My fault, Icey.
No. That
we're like Muppets. We can talk forever.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have no crowd, but if there was anyone that I could nominate to go, it would be you, Coach.
Thank you. Really? I appreciate that. I
that makes him happy.
That really makes me happy because Kevin's a Mets fan, and like Charlie, I know is a ride or die. So it's good to be like 3 against 1 right now. That really works out.
That's par for the course for a Met fan, so I'll get it.
Yeah, no, we love you. All right. I think that's it for right now. Really proud of the team. Go to thesportsshow.com, meet the team, go buy some stuff or don't, whatever. Just thank you for coming and stopping by thesportsshow.com. Fire, fire, fire.